quiet. The city needs our help.
Hello YouTube, itsLTAB here. Thanks for joining me for this video and welcome to my first Destiny tutorial. What we're going to be talking about today is how to properly use the Suros regime in Destiny's PvP, aka the Crucible. Now before we get into the brunt of this video, I just want to put to rest any rumors you've heard about this gun so far. Now if you have been told by your friends or if you've seen any videos telling you not to upgrade the Suros past this first upgrade here. In other words, if they have told you not to use the focus fire and to just stick with it unupgraded, disregard anything you've heard from that person because they're an idiot, and I'm going to explain why. I'm going to go through and quickly show you what I have upgraded on it so you can either match me or adjust it based on your liking. Now, a lot of people jump for the smart drift control for the full stability upgrade. That's completely unnecessary. I just stick with the linear compensator because it boosts the range, and that's what's most important on this gun. It's very stable, especially if you use this method I'll show you. Just trust me on this one. And then, obviously, Hammer Forge. There are three things to keep in mind when using this gun. Three techniques. The Hipfire, the increased damage option, and the tap. Now, you might not understand all of these three things right now, but I'm going to explain them one at a time. Now, as far as the Hipfire goes, there are two important concepts to keep in mind and to use properly. You'll learn it when you use it more, but you can toggle between zooming in and hipfiring in between gunfights. Hipfire is very effective up close, but you're definitely going to need to tack on some headshots. But Hipfire can be used to like squeeze out a last-second kill when they're very low on health, or to just kind of spray and pray. Now, today in the Crucible, there are guns overused and overpowered, such as the Thorn and the Last Word, or basically any of the really strong hand cannons, and they will absolutely outgun you in a second, especially if you're not good with this weapon. But there are ways to get around this. As I said, there is a damage modifier, so when you're in the final half of your magazine, in other words, shots 16 and below, the damage slowly increases and gets more powerful as you get closer to 1. Now, I've actually tested this myself, and you can 4-shot somebody with the last 4 bullets of the Suros, and you can actually fire these shots, if you use my methods correctly, which I'll explain in a second, faster than the Last Word. So you can use this properly, and you can outgun hand cannons. Now, the catch to this is that you have to be extremely skilled and extremely talented, and you cannot mess up or miss your shots. They have to all 4 be headshots. I haven't actually tested with the final 3 rounds, but I do know that the last round itself does almost 150% damage, but it's somewhere up there, so it does a lot more damage, and that is the most important shot to hit. So a lot of times when I come in contact with hand cannon users or really good players, I'll literally sit there and empty my clip until I'm in the final 10 shots. In order to keep yourself at this level of this range of ammo, you don't want to reload the Suros too frequently. I generally only reload when I get down to 5 or 4 or 6 shots maybe, depending on the situation and how many people are left alive. Again, this will take practice and a lot of you'll have to develop your own technique in order to master this. Now for the most important part of this tutorial, and the trick that only I believe I truly know how to use, and I'm not even sure if other people have even discovered this trick to using the Suros. When you're zoomed in, if you tap the trigger at a proper pace, it'll actually fire about 50% faster than if you just hold it. Now let me demonstrate for you. So here's how fast the Suros fires, either from a hipfire or before you actually upgrade the gun. Now here's how fast you fire when you're just zoomed in and holding down the trigger. Now as you can see, the gunfire is much slower and the kick is actually hard to control. I obviously wasn't trying to fight it at all, but it makes the gun a little more inaccurate. The way to get past this is by tapping the trigger, as I said, to a proper pace. Let me show you how fast I can fire the Suros by tapping it. I'm just going to give you a comparison here again and run through those speeds really quickly so you can truly see the difference in the speed. As you can see, I can fire the gun much more quickly and much more accurate, allowing me to hit the headshots and drop people before they even have time to react.